Welcome to Her Life Unscripted podcast, inspiring burnt out, stressed out, and stretched thin women to embrace the unscriptedness of life. Hosted by Anna Osborne.
Hello, lovely ladies, and welcome to Her Life Unscripted, episode 69. I am your host, Anna Osborne, and I am so grateful to be here with all of you today. I have had the most amazing gift happen this week, and that is the gift of breath. I know that I've shared the last few months have been really intense for me, to the point where I'm describing my life as whiplash from being, jerked one direction and another in terms of changes and feelings and just big things happening. And I found the gift of breath this week, and that has been absolutely amazing. Things are still transitioning and changing, and lots of positive things, lots of unexpected things, and some not so great things, but being able to slow down and just know that no matter what, I'm going to be okay, and that change isn't supposed to terrify me. It's supposed to challenge me. And so I just wanted to share with you, because you guys have all been very kind and supportive as I have been going through my unscripted moments. My kids officially launched this week. They went off to kindergarten, and I know I've shared on the show that I have been just feeling lots of feelings about that. And now that it has come and gone, I have to say I'm so excited for them. They are just two of the most excited kids to be going to school, and they have been getting up quite early the past few days because it's a school day, and getting up an hour before they actually need to be getting out of bed, and certainly an hour before I want them getting up. But it's been really cool to see how excited they are. They do kind of a soft transition at my kids' kindergarten, where the parents stay for an orientation and do snack with the kid and before they say their goodbyes and leave. So you're there for like the first hour and a half of kindergarten. And so it's snack time, right? And I go and sit next to my daughter, and she turns to me and in her big old 5-year-old confident voice says, "Mom, I'd like to sit alone." And I said, "Oh, okay. Do you need help opening your snack bag?" And she looked at me, she goes, "Oh yeah. And then I want to sit by myself." And so I was like, all right, baby girl, got the message, right? But it's just so cool to see her so excited and so, just really, really looking forward to this next chapter. And I think that has helped in a lot of ways of finding breath. Of this change has been one I've been anticipating with mixed emotion for a while, and really to see that they are excited about it and just see it through their eyes. This change is something that they want to have happen. They're looking forward to. And so it's really helped me be also excited for them. My daughter did leave school the other day after her first day, mind you. And I said, "How was it? What did you think of it?" She goes, "Well, we didn't learn how to read yet." And so I had to reassure her that that will not happen the first day, and very likely not to happen the first week, but I appreciate her enthusiasm. And of course, my son had a great time finding a friend with the exact same name, except a different spelling. And so therefore he believes it's a totally different pronunciation of his name. So we've been debating that back and forth about what to call his new friend, because their names are so different because they're spelled differently. So anyways, it's been a good week, lots of changes, but also lots to look forward to. It is barely, a little over a month away at the time of this airing for the Shine Retreat for Women, and I just can't believe it's almost full. I can believe it because I know how amazing it's going to be, and I know both Mari and myself are just so appreciative for you guys having just the same enthusiasm and joy that we have in terms of anticipating this happening at the end of September. And if you are at all interested and you hear this, pause it, go over to shineretreatforwomen.com and register, because I can't guarantee there will still be spots left if you don't press pause and register now, because we are getting down to the wire of the capacity that we are keeping it at, because we're really wanting this retreat to be something that is very intentional, very focused, and very, very nurturing. And that means we are going to have it at a limited size of people. So I think that's it. I do want to highlight one of our sponsors for the Shine Retreat, who is oh so generous in giving to the retreat as a way to help us offset the cost and reduce the cost per person to attend the workshop. And so all month in August, I've really been trying to highlight all those sponsors. I did it a number of months ago, but I really want to give them as much recognition as possible because they're just exceptional, exceptional women. And today I am speaking particularly about the lovely and amazing Lisa Branco. I have had the privilege of knowing Lisa for many, many years now. And she's one of those people that the more that you spend time with, the more you just see that she's got a passion for giving and encouraging and motivating. And I do encourage all of you guys. She's got an amazing Facebook page through her Stillness consultant company. And it's just every day I see her posting something and I always have a need to engage with what she's doing because she's inspiring. So I know that, she being an independent consultant for Stillness, it's beyond just selling jewelry to women. It really is about inspiring women and encouraging them to take care of themselves. And Lisa's just her message behind everything she shares is really from that place of wanting to inspire and support. So I encourage you to reach out to her at lisambranco@gmail.com. I will include her email information in the show notes. And so you guys can do that. And she'll definitely direct you to her Facebook page, or you can email me and I can send you the link for it. But it's great. I love all just the inspiring, motivating things she includes on that. So I encourage you guys to check it out if you are Facebook users. So I would love to dive into today's topic. We've been talking about change and transition all month. And of course, like life hands me, as soon as I pick a topic for the month, I get bombarded with 8,000 real life examples of this topic, which is a very humbling process, but it's also one that allows me to see the world through different lens. And today I want to talk about this idea of being stuck when transition and change is going on around us. Oftentimes it can feel like it's so out of control, right? We have no choice in amongst what's happening to us. And so it got me thinking about this idea of feeling stuck, like almost we're confined in by all the changes and all the transitioning happening around us that we feel like we can't move any way, because if we move in any way, we will be, negatively impacted, or we'll be shoved back to this place where we feel so out of control. And to me, I think that feeling stuck or feeling like we don't have a choice is oftentimes really a negative connotation, that when, you don't go up to somebody and say, oh my gosh, life is so fantastic, I'm stuck, right? Usually when we're talking to people is, I just feel so stuck right now. I feel like no matter what I do, it doesn't make a difference. I just feel like I'm in this rut where every day feels lackluster. And for me, that idea that being stuck is negative is one that honestly I want to challenge in some ways. Because the thing that I think is that when we are stuck, it sucks, right? Well, let's be honest about it. It's not a fun place. But just because it's not fun doesn't mean it has to be negative. And what I mean by that is that when we are stuck in a place, yes, we can maybe not feel as much joy as we were feeling, before, or we can feel just like every move we make is pushed back and we're confined by. But it also gives us an opportunity to pause and be still. And when we are in this place of stuckness, we have an opportunity for real growth to happen from the inside out. And what I mean for that is that when we are stuck and we can't move, it can feel like not only physically we can't move, but emotionally we can't move. And that gives us an opportunity to actually turn inwards and see what's going on, to allow the growth to happen from the inside out. And I know personally for me, I shared this a little bit last week, but this place that I felt, this kind of whiplash place, I've been so consumed or so focused on finding the silver lining or finding the next stage with it that I haven't allowed the growth to happen from the inside out, which this week really has been the ability to find breath and find other ways to nurture myself without my ability to use my usual go-tos like exercise and movement because of the back injury I have. And so real growth happens from the inside out, meaning that, whatever we're doing, that when we're feeling stuck, we have this ability to go internal and look at what's happening for us. What are the feelings that we're feeling? What's the experience that we're having? What's the story we're telling ourselves about ourselves in the situation? And oftentimes we can find that when we are in a place of stuckness, the story we're telling ourselves about ourselves is quite negative. And that allows an opportunity to have tremendous growth as we change that story, right? We change the tape, we change the words that are on loop that are creating not only amplification of that stuck feeling, but also of seeing it as really, really negative. The other thing I think about, this idea of being stuck is that feeling stuck is a feeling, right? And you guys are like, duh, we get it. Of course it's a feeling. But the reason I'm saying that is because it's a feeling, not a fact. All our feelings are these amazing, amazing gifts that are happening to allow us to know that something's going on in our environment, right? Whether it's our environment externally, internally, whatever's going on, right? Our feelings are there to let us know, hey, something's going on. And feeling stuck is a feeling, because I know for every single one of you, and I know for myself, is that when I'm feeling stuck, yes, it's a feeling and it's significant and it's real, but it doesn't mean that I don't have an opportunity around me to look at the things that I can change. And sometimes the things that I can change aren't actual what's going on outside of me, but sometimes I can change my perception of it, which is the story I'm telling myself about myself. And so those stuck feelings have an opportunity to feel like growth is happening, even when the circumstances around us are not allowing growth to happen. So I hope that makes sense, because I want you guys to know that these feelings are real, they're valid, that you deserve to have them. And yet there are also ways to not let them become the governing facts of our lives. So that piece, I think, is really, really important around this idea of stuckness. Like, what do you need to do when you're stuck? And how do you know if you're stuck? And the other really important piece that I want to share about this is that I want you to know, and this is a reminder for myself as well, is that you are so much stronger than you know you are. You have a great ability to see strength in others, a great ability. And that's a beautiful thing. But only if you're allowing yourself to see the strength in you as well. And not only are you stronger than you think you are, you also have an ability to look at a place of stuckness as a lens of stillness. And although lots of things are happening around you and to you that are completely outside of your control, you have the ability to see how it will define you. And that when we are feeling stuck, what if it's an opportunity to find breath? What if it's an opportunity to find stillness? And for me, that has been this opportunity. I have felt very stuck lately, not only physically with what's going on with my back injury, but also with 8,000 things happening in my family and my office building getting sold. I think I told you guys that. Now I'm being forced to move. I'm feeling stuck. Like I am wanting to bust out of these confines that are around me and just, okay, enough already. Let's have these things that are all about to happen all on the horizon just happen. And what I realized is that stuck is just the feeling, but the gift, what I can find in it, I can allow myself to have that growth happen from the inside out, is what if this is really stillness? What if this is allowing me to prepare so that when all these changes take effect and my back is healed and my new office is settled and my kids are settled in at their new school and what if this is just an opportunity right now for me to be still? And so for me, and I hope the same for you, I'm going to take this opportunity to shift from being stuck to allowing myself to be still. And I hope that all of you listening that are feeling overwhelmed by feeling stuck and don't know what to do with it around you, not only are you able to see that you can grow from the inside out and that feeling stuck is not a fact, I hope that you also are able to use this as a place of stillness that's allowing you to prepare for whatever the next step is. And that's all I have for today. But I'm so, so grateful that I got to slow down with all of you today. I needed to connect with all of you, and I hope that you had the same need. But thank you so much for letting me into your worlds, into your hearts. It's always an honor and a privilege. And I look so forward to talking to you all next week. Take care, ladies. Bye-bye.
Want to learn about the latest retreats, workshops, and speaking events hosted by Anna? Head over to herlifeunscripted.com to get in on all the juicy details. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast so we can continue to grow our amazing audience. Lastly, be sure and send in your voice feedback via the SpeakPipe app or to Anna@herlifeunscripted.com. We can't wait to hear from you.